So as you guys seen in last week's video, we got this New Yorker running, driving for the first time in over 15 years. Now we're going to go ahead and take it over to our detail shop and see what they can do to get this thing looking as good as new before we reveal it to the owner. You won't want to miss his reaction. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff embedded in the paint. This mainly has to do with the vehicle being stored improperly, plus it being a single stage paint, so they're very prone to allowing different contaminants to soak into the paint. So the first thing they'll do is go ahead and spray the car down with a pre-wash. This breaks all that up. After doing that, they'll rinse the car off and then they'll do a normal wash. This is basically just a good clean surface to start with to see what they can do to bring the paint back. So in the areas of the car that were really oxidized, where it was basically just turning white, you couldn't even see the paint underneath, the guys had to start out with a wet sanding. So they had to do this to basically cut that top layer off. It's just too far gone to polish and bring back. You have to basically cut that layer and kind of start fresh with the layer underneath it. You'll notice the side panels of the car, only about a quarter way down are they white. Everything below that didn't get that beat in the sun, so that allowed them to be able to just polish it and bring it back without wet sanding. But as you guys can see here, the trunk and all the other top panels and about that quarter section right on the sides had to be all wet sanded to get brought back. This total process took the guys a little over 4 days of wet sanding and polishing just to get this paint to come back. After days, it was finally time to move on from the body and start detailing the rest of the car. They went ahead and started with the engine bay first. After they got the engine bay all clean, you'll see the car still kind of looked dull or not shiny. This is all the old wax and compound on there from them polishing. They'll go ahead and rinse it off here now, and you guys will get to see just how nice this paint came out. Finally, the last thing to tackle on this car was this beautiful interior. Thankfully, it was all in good shape, and it was not very dirty. It just had some leaves and debris from sitting, things like that. But we had strict orders from the owner to not shampoo the carpets or spray any scents or anything like that. It actually had the smell of his late uncle in there, and he really was reminiscent of the smell and did not want to lose that from the car. So we just made it over here to the detail shop. This is my first time seeing the car after they put a lot of work into it. Obviously the paint on this was in really bad shape, so we knew it was kind of going to be rough no matter what. But it definitely came back a lot. As you guys recall, it was pretty much all white on top just from being so badly faded out in the sun for a long time. The car definitely has a nice shine to it now, and there's actually depth in some of the panels, which is crazy. I didn't think it'd come back that well, but it's definitely got a nice smooth feel to it as well. This thing is just massive. We actually had to film in 0.5 just to kind of try to fit it all just because how big it is, but definitely turned out great, and I think Chucksy's going to be really surprised. Again, this car has sentimental meaning to him. It was his uncle's car, so something he's seen for a long time, it's sentimental to him. So we tried to preserve stuff the best we could as far as some of the things on the interior and stuff. He actually asked us to not go crazy on detailing on the interior just because the car still has a familiar scent to him as far as, you know, when he rode with his uncle and things like that. So we didn't do anything crazy as far as extracting all the carpets or anything like that, just because we didn't want to get rid of that smell in the car. We wanted it to kind of remain there, but overall nice wipe down and clean. The interior on this thing is pretty much perfect. His uncle took really good care of it, so I knew that was going to come out really nice no matter what. But like I said, I was real questionable on how the paint was going to come out, but it turned out really nice. Has a lot of shine. I think he's going to be real happy with it. So we're going to go ahead and get it fired up, head back over to Forza 1, and then we'll call Chuck and we'll catch his reaction when he gets there, seeing this thing for the first time.
The camera truly does not do this car justice. I mean, it turned out just insanely good. The paint looks so good compared to how it was before. Unfortunately, I wasn't there the day the car was revealed to Chuck, and I didn't do this recording, so I apologize in advance for it, but I hope you guys can at least hear him.
Well, this ain't the car we dropped off.
Yeah, I'm really happy with. I tried to keep the smell on the inside.
Like my uncle inside.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome, man. Because I was worried about that. Yes, man, I was worried about that. So I tried to go simple on the inside. Yeah, I was like, I'm not using none of the scents that I use on there. I'm gonna use an unscent APC cleaner too. Like, let me try, you know.
Man, she's smooth. Smooth. You would not have thought that's the same car. And remember how
Right, there was
the fender didn't match everything else, and now it does?
Yeah, there were a few customers that stopped in up there. They were really impressed with it because they saw it before and then they got to see it after. Two of them, they didn't believe it.
I thought you painted it.
Yeah, they didn't believe it. They didn't think that it would be brought back. What you think, man?
I think it's
Honored.
great. The paint, I didn't think it was going to come out this good. I really didn't. And you know what? Because that fender did not match the hood, nor the door, and everything else. It matches all the way around. Not only did you bring the paint back, but you drew it out on that side.
So Chuck actually brought his cousin today. It's the original owner's son. And there they go with the car.
I know today's video is a little shorter than normal, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. As promised, a video on the gold Trans Am is coming soon. We're just finishing up the last couple things on it, and then that video will be dropping.